Z Business Plus makes managing fuel easy. It's fee-free with choice benefits like 8 cents off every litre, every day, everywhere you need us. Sign up today for the 2022 Canstar Blue Best Small Business Fuel Card. Z is for New Zealand. T's and C's apply.
Our Australian correspondent Adam Peacock from codesports.com.au joins us from Qatar now. Adam, thanks for taking our call. When you think back about the week you've had there in Qatar, we're 1 week now into this tournament, what stands out the most about your first week at this World Cup?
Feels like I've been here for a month, Piney, to be brutally honest. Look, I'm speaking to a Kiwi audience right now, so I will say I was happy for you to watch in person Costa Rica absolutely cop it from Spain. Can I say that first up?
Oh, good, great.
Oh, my goodness. Actually, to be fair, I think you guys would look at that, and if that was your draw, you'd be thinking, thank goodness we weren't playing Spain. They were spectacularly good. Few memories. Brazil first up. It feels a little bit like the athletics starting at the Olympics. Like it's on, but it hasn't really officially started until the athletics starts when Brazil play their first game at a World Cup. So that was great. The emotion of Iran today and Iran getting pumped by England on the first day when there's political turmoil there. There's so many geopolitical aspects to football as well as just sporting ones. So, and I watched an Ecuador side absolutely just run all over the top of the Netherlands tonight and almost get a win. So, yeah, there's been a bit to take in.
Are the locals engaged with this World Cup?
Yes, they are. Okay, you've got 300,000 Qatari nationals out of the 3 million population. Now, they, generally speaking, are pretty well off. Like, they don't pay tax. They get everything handed to them in terms of education and health because it's such a wealthy nation built off the back of finding gas just north of their country in the sea a few years ago. So they're a very wealthy nation. They're getting into it. They're trying to put on the biggest, best, most spectacular show of all time. Some of it's a bit tacky, some of it's pretty good. But the rest, for instance, today I waltzed into a place called Asian Town, basically where all the migrant workers live. And that is the different side of Doha. And they're into it, but they're all from India, Bangladesh, Pakistan. They make up 1.8 million people of the population. So it's a huge part of the population. And they're choosing teams like Argentina and Brazil to follow because they just want to get into the spirit of it all. So it's an entirely different experience, but still pretty enjoyable.
How much of a language barrier is there? I'm not sure what your Arabic is like, but I mean, can you order a meal, ask for directions, that sort of thing?
Yeah, a lot of English, particularly like a lot of the Qatari nationals I've just mentioned. A lot of them actually go to university, English-speaking universities here in Qatar, or they get sent to England, for instance, and do a lot of their education there. So, yeah. A lot of English spoken, and then the expats who live here, we're in an area where there's a lot of Tunisians and Moroccans and the like. They speak broken English, good enough English. So, yeah, you can get around with just your English, thank God, because my Arabic's no good and nor's my French.
All right, let's talk about Tunisia, because Australia play Tunisia tomorrow, your time. It's late tonight for us. Do you expect, first of all, there to be many changes from the team that went down 4-1 to France?
There's definitely going to be one. Nathaniel Atkinson won't start. We know that. Trent Carrick is just going to start. Graham Arnold said that in the first answer to his press conference today. So Carrick in, Atkinson out, and poor old Nate Atkinson, his task was to try and handle Kylian Mbappe. And I can't think of a right back in the world. Maybe Danilo from Brazil, who might be able to match Mbappe physically, but in terms of his brain, he was a level above the other night. So that's the one change. I reckon there's going to be two more. I reckon they'll change the striker. I'll put Jamie McLaren in for Mitch Duke, and Aiden Rustic will come in for Rylan McGree. Other than that, I can't see too many changes.
Australia need to get a result of some sort out of this game to stay alive ahead of their final pool game. How confident do you feel about their chances of doing that?
A little less after the other night, to be brutally honest, Piney. It's massive tomorrow. There's so much riding on this game. Graham Arnold probably confirms his exit if he loses. It feels like another wasted 4 years if we lose. If we win, there's massive hope ahead of Denmark, because Denmark weren't. I watched them against Tunisia. I'm certainly not as fearful of Denmark as I was of France, put it that way. So, yeah, there's so much riding on this 90 minutes tomorrow in front of probably 40,000 screaming Tunisians. There's a huge expat community here in Doha, so it's going to be like an away game.
And just finally, are you getting used to the heat? You're not finding it too problematic? I'm
not a Kiwi, Jason. I'm an Aussie.
Oh,
wow. 30 degrees is a walk in the park for me. Like, that's not just a nice day in summer, what winter is over here. So you blokes would be melting, you and your igloos on the South Island there. So, she's pretty warm. You stand there at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and like I haven't put long pants on the whole time. I've been in shorts the whole time, and you stand there for 5 minutes in the sun. You go, geez, the calves are burning a bit, and it's not from running. So it's pretty toasty, but it's fine. It's nothing ridiculous. I'd hate to be here in June though.
Fantastic to talk to you, Adam. Get a good sleep in, and I hope the Socceroos do the job against Tunisia tomorrow.
Fingers crossed. Thanks, Bonnie.
Thanks, mate. That is Adam Peacock out of codesports.com.au coming in from Doha in Qatar. The Football World Cup's the biggest sporting event in the world, and you can keep up with the play with me, Jason Pine, and my good mate and former All-White David Choate on Football Fever. Listen daily throughout the World Cup as we bring you all the action from Qatar. Choate and I love football. We can't wait for the World Cup to get underway. So join us as we live through all the goals, all the drama, all the glory. Download Football Fever from iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts.